Now that we have rested, we may continue, yes?
Yes. Now that we have all rested, let us continue. We are headed to Charybdis to deal with a call that we got a long time ago. Stress call in the Charybdis system. That's a long way away. Let's switch to our ship that has a longer jump range. We may get fewer jumps.
Another planet without native life. All we need to concern ourselves with then is other visitors.
I prepared this in the previous one. I knew that we had some long jumps coming up. The crew capacity is 4. I'd forgotten that I'd done that. I can probably just jump from here. Okay, there it. Previous one went out via Ixal and back around and around. Here we can just head to Nebula and then Zosma and right into Charybdis.
I have something for you.
Okay, so nothing interesting here. Again, we need to go to Zosma first. Our next mission target. Anything interesting happening here at Zosma?
So, Miss Stay Up.
Might as well scan it while I'm here. And we are headed for Charybdis.
Been reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. But I guess it only worked because they just...
Board's all great.
Emergency request. Facility Crucible requires vital materials to sustain the mission. Transmitting coordinates on Charybdis Strait. End of message.
Where his stargazing landed him.
We really have to teach our companions to get off the intercom while we're receiving messages. So we have been asked to head down to Crucible. It's a pretty nice planet. The water has some biological contaminants in it, but we've turned that off, so we don't worry about that too much. Head down to the Crucible.
This is intriguing. A rather large amount of security for such a small place.
Okay, so I saw that flash up there. This is called Operation Starseed. Let's make it active. And we need to go talk to Tobias. So they've got a big dish. and some walls around their compound, and big weapons. There's probably a lot of hostile wildlife out here. And Tobias is a robot.
Human of unknown origin detected. Designated outsider. This is an undisclosed secret location. Please identify purpose or depart.
Okay. You're the one that called me.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency request. Explanation deemed acceptable. Clearance granted to Crucible. Outsider will deliver 150 units of copper. Compensation will be dispensed.
Tobias, stand down. We have a visitor.
Reminder, deliver required material. End of conversation.
I don't know if I have copper
This
available.
is incredible. For so long we hoped for any visit, and the day has finally arrived. We see no one, ever. Your arrival is truly an historic one, but many fear what it portends. The societies have closed their doors and are arguing about what to do, while the rest hide to see which way the wind blows. Franklin would know what to do. He's the oldest among us. You should talk with him.
Okay, Ada. What do you mean by societies?
Most of us are like me, free and unaligned. But there are 3 societies that are oft at odds with one another. The Believers, the Pragmatists, and the Renegades. It would be wise to meet each of them. Franklin leads the Pragmatists.
Okay, I'm making note of that. Pragmatists is Franklin. We've got Believers and Renegades, and she's Ada.
Crucible is a tinderbox, and any spark will set it off. We're still recovering from a deadly conflict that happened 3 years ago. Far fewer of us are here to greet you today because of it. Give it time, and I'm sure the others will come out. For curiosity's sake, if nothing else.
This feels vaguely like one of those situations that ends with, and they were never heard from again.
Andrasia, we are well armed. So perhaps these people will never be heard from again. Although 3 factions in conflict, and some people that are not part of the factions. Okay. Let's go talk to Franklin. Oops, did not mean to go there. I meant to make it active. So we have an activity to bring 150 copper to Tobias. But we're going to do Operation Starseed instead of going and scrounging up copper. Before I help him with copper, I'd really like to know more about what's going on here. Hey, nice suit.
When your ship landed, I feared the robots would shoot you on sight. I am greatly relieved that they let you enter our community, but you come during a delicate time. Everyone will seek to use your arrival to further their own ends.
So yeah, I noticed his accent and his suit. Let's ask about him.
Where to begin? Maybe an introduction? I am Franklin Delano Roosevelt, leader of the Pragmatist Society.
Roosevelt. Yeah.
Well, it is gratifying that even after all these years, my name isn't entirely forgot. You see, I was an American president. Well, not literally, but in a sense I was. Everyone that lives here are clones. Some of us are clones of the greatest figures of history, and others, well, we don't rightly know. When we die, and some of us die quite often, we are brought back. I cannot imagine how strange this must sound to an outsider.
You don't know some of the things I've encountered.
Then you must live a remarkably interesting life. After decades, centuries, of trying to figure it out ourselves, there is so very much we don't know either. The robots clone us for a reason, their so-called mission. But what that is, and what we should do about it, is something the societies disagree about. Sometimes violently. It's best you meet with the other societies, and after, I promise I'll explain the pragmatists' position on matters. Please do.
Word has been sent, so the street should be full again. There is more I would talk with you about, but I would not take advantage of your ignorance. Go speak with the Monirinas and Genghis Khan.
Okay.
Welcome to town, stranger. Consider me part of the
Wyatt.
welcoming committee. The name's Wyatt Earp, and I'd be most pleased if you'd use one of the spare rooms during your stay. For a modest fee, of course. He was, and I try to be. I do the best I can to uphold the law, but the societies make that difficult. I expect I've had as much success restraining Genghis as the Chinese did. I do what I can. Roosevelt and I are both of the same mind on that. I'm for whatever side wants to keep the peace. It means that the pragmatists and I are often on the same side of things, but you might be surprised the number of times I've had to ask some of them to back off some nonsense.
Okay, so he is unaligned.
That's a generous offer. I might take you up on it. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay. And by the by, I may have access to some essentials I've picked up over the years. Happy to sell them to you.
Let's see what he's got. See if he has anything unique or interesting.
The customer is always right.
In matters of taste. So, resources, he's got nutrient, sedative, spice, and structural material. And let's see, got some med packs. I have 97 med packs. We're doing really okay there. Alien stew, stir fry. These are all. The only thing I really use in terms of food and drink is to get my persuasion up. I don't think we'll be buying anything just now.
It runs hot and cold. During usual times, it's an occasional scuffle. Maybe a black eye when an argument gets out of hand. And then a society goes on a rampage and it's tombstone all over. I hope your arrival keeps things on an even keel.
Spoiler alert. My arrival does not keep things on an even keel.
A pleasure talking with you.
And who have we over
In
here?
my darkest hours, I
Amelia.
feared that we were all that was left of humanity.
So, he knows he's not who he is. He knows he's a clone. He knows he's a...
Your
I'm
ship,
seeing a pattern here.
she's a beauty. It travels the stars, right? Tell me, what's it like out there?
So these are clones that have been not just cloned from, but given the memories and the attitudes of hosts. Let's see,
That's just how I imagine it. My name's Amelia Earhart. When I first woke up in this place, in my head, I knew all about my namesake, her life and her accomplishments. But I also knew how to fly a starship, reactor limits, thrust acceleration, vectors, and everything. In my mind's eye, I can imagine flying out there, touching heaven itself. And yet, cruelly, here I sit. The facility keeps us alive, fed, and protected. but they do a terrible job of informing us of anything at all. My guess is the facility thought they might need a pilot one day, but your guess is as good as mine. Am I that transparent? Listen, I know you owe me nothing at all, but I would do anything to get off of here. I know the societies want who knows what from you for who knows why, and I don't want to get involved in any politics. I just want, for my single self, a chance to explore.
I'm getting a real strong recruitable companion vibe out of her. So if I can help her, I will.
You won't regret it. Thanks. Do you want to talk about anything else? No, I don't. I consider myself a most ardent admirer of hers. She feels like family. Distant family. I like to think we both share a kindred spirit of adventure, though. She broke so many barriers in her life. I would love the same opportunity one day. I have a few choice, unchristian thoughts about some of them, but I'm going to stay out of it. Listen, I'd understand you making any decision you have to regarding them. Any at all. I just hope you judge me separate. I don't wish harm on anyone. I just want to explore. Goodbye, outsider.
Okay. So we've got talk to Genghis Khan and talk to Monoranus. She looks like she's just standing there, so let's go talk to her.
I had hoped you would visit me. Good. Know that you stand before Queen Amanirinas of the Kush, queen of a dead kingdom on a dead world. But I earned my name, and even the sands of time cannot take it from me.
Egypt? South of Egypt? I gotta Google this. Kush. You Google Kush and it gives you a kind of drug. Kush Kingdom. Kingdom of Kush, also known as the Kushite Empire. Wow, that's actually all of Egypt. Hold on. Kushite Empire of the 25th dynasty of Egypt. 700 BC.
Speak already.
Shush. Preceded by New Kingdom of Egypt, succeeded by Alodia. So it sounds like the New Kingdom of Egypt broke up it turned into Kush, and then that turned into Alodia, Makuria, Nobatia, and so long since I thought about old history. Numia. Oh, I could dive into this. I don't consider myself a history buff, but a little history now and then is kind of fun. So the Kushite
I tire
Kingdom
of this silence.
was from 780 BC to 350 AD, so it lasted a long time. And I'm not going to dive into that to figure out where she sat in there. But
Your
yeah.
courtesy is appreciated, even though it rings hollow. My subjects are all dust. If you don't believe me, know you are not alone. Some clones deride me behind my back. I know this, but I feel in my bones that I am a Manirinas for true. The great and the terrible to those who would oppose me. I remember things no one has told me. Memories of faces, betrayers, lovers, allies, and enemies. And the smells. The right scent. And I close my eyes. And I can picture all of it. So vividly. It aches my heart My home. My kingdom.
Okay, so she believes that she's the reincarnation. Could be delusional, but again, it's a computer game. She really is. I'm going to withhold judgment until I've... No. Maybe you are her reincarnation. Let's make happy noises to her.
If your mind and heart remain open, you will see the truth of it. Once, I called upon mighty armies. However, on Crucible, I still lead. Have you heard of the believers? Have you heard of the mission? We are the ones who will take our rightful place in these settled systems to bring in a new, glorious age and break the endless cycles of oppression and greed.
Well, the question is she going to be the kind of person that we want to have out in the settled systems? Because that sounds like where she's going.
If we could do it ourselves, we would have, years ago. I do not care if you think my plan is insane. But what I want, what we want, is a chance to prove to the facility we are ready. When someone has achieved their potential, the facility is supposed to set us free among the stars. But the machines have been breaking more and more over the years, and no one has ever been deemed worthy. I need your help to properly fix the facility so that we can prove ourselves and claim our birthright.
I don't think I need to make promises to her.
Then listen well, outsider. You must go to the facility. The robots and what drives them is not here. The facility is where they come from. Somewhere far to the east. None of us can travel there. But you can. Go there, please. And see if the facility can be repaired. Then report back to me.
Okay, so she wants to repair the facility so that she can be judged worthy and she and her followers can go out and take over the settled systems. Fine.
No queries are being answered at this time.
Why stress? He is outside the fence. We could probably climb the fence. Ooh, more to the point. We can climb up here.
Stranger! Weapons out! They come!
I've seen great many things in the settled systems. More than most. And right now, words fail me.
Genghis Khan.
The man from the stars. Come to see me. And you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I guess the world out there is not so different than here. Genghis Khan, a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, let's feed his ego a little bit.
Then don't believe it. It is true his blood runs through my veins. But I am not he. Crucible tries to imprint the clones with fake memories. Genghis predated the Mongols having written records. For being so great a figure, we know practically nothing about him. When was he born? How he died? Where he was buried? A single speech he gave? Nothing. It must have driven the robots mad, trying to figure out what to do with me.
Okay.
Manners cost me nothing. But make no mistake, I will do whatever it takes to escape this prison. I am pleased that the dangers out here are of no concern to you. You cannot be fully human if you trap yourself behind walls. The robots taught me many things any Mongol would know. So, hunting game, even such as this, is little challenge to me. So Franklin told you of us. Oh, that we're clones? Some of us think that makes us special. That the deeds of our namesakes are somehow ours. But that is blind arrogance. We are just people. Same as you. Same as anyone.
Okay, yeah.
Would it? You would know better than I. But all this talk gets us nowhere. Too many of the others grovel at the feet of the damned robots, trying to play their roles in a broken game. The renegades will not submit, and one day, we will be free. A prison of the mind and the body. Crucible holds out a throne and says, "Obey, and it is yours." But thrones are meant to be taken, not handed to you by a machine. But it is a tantalizing lie that keeps the others in line. Were it that easy, I have died a dozen deaths trying to find a way out of Crucible. You get too far or disobey too much, then death. Crucible holds our lives in its hands. But now the robots have made a grave mistake. You can go where none of us can. You hold our future in your hands, and all the societies know it. I sense fire in you. Good. You will need it. You know of the facility, yes? Go there and make the machines let us leave. It is not much to ask, and it will set us free.
Okay, no promises, but made nice with both of them. I don't think either one of them should be let. Oh, ouch.
Shall we agree that was an unfortunate accident?
Yes. And I am so glad that I didn't have to stop and deal with an irritation. Just the health going down. Oh, creak. Ah. Oh, Franklin. I have talked to them.
So, you have heard from the other societies. I must confess I'm very curious what an outsider thought of them, and their positions. You might be the first objectively neutral party we've ever come across.
I think they're both dangerous.
I couldn't agree more. The facility has gathered some of the most obstinate and dangerous personages throughout history. It has told them that they should lead in a golden age via whatever means they see appropriate. Setting us all loose and Parda as a whole would invite disaster. We are barely fit to lead ourselves. A tough but fair question. I must admit the case of Amelia Earhart sometimes keeps me up at night. 'Tis safer if the rule is strict, but if you wanted to make an exception or two, I could live with that. But no one from the other societies. They are all dangerous in their own way. Certainly. It is evident that the facility is decaying. It is both unsustainable and unwise for us to fix and maintain the status quo. Our community must be weaned off the machines, learn how to build, grow, and govern ourselves, allowed to raise families so we can pass our lessons to the next generation, and to die when our allotted time is finished. One day we will be worthy of going to the stars. We are just not there yet.
I think I'm going to throw my lot in with these guys.
You have no idea how profoundly grateful I am to hear that. Go to the facility and see what can be done.
Okay.
Over here. We need to talk.
Talk to Wyatt Earp.
Listen, it's not safe to talk here. It's about Roosevelt. There's something you need to know. Thank you. There's a cave just outside town. No chance of us being listened in on. Please, come as quick as you can. Ideally, before you go to the facility. I'll meet you at the cave.
Okay, let's take care of this immediately. It may change.
You can hear the howls at night. The defense is high.
May change the decisions we make going forward. In fact, not missions. Anti-gravity field. We want precognition. And I may need to persuade him. This sounds like it's a feed into the major decision kind of a thing. And he may have a stake. He may have information, and persuading him may get us better data. So let's see, inventory, aid, use up our supernova here.
These are such a gift. Your enemies might disagree.
I just can't take a chance. These clones, they're psychotic, crazy. If they find out, I'm sorry. I just can't take the chance.
Okay, so...
You're just too smart. I'm not Wyatt Earp. I wish. God, how I wish I was. I was cloned off a monster. America's first serial killer.
Really?
H.H. Holmes.
Well, that is less auspicious.
Yes, as a matter of fact, serial killer. And con artist. Better known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes. Con artist and serial killer 1891 to 1894. Executed in 96. Insurance fraud, forgery, swindling, bigamous marriages, horse theft, and murder. Everything else I could deal with, but he's a horse thief. Okay, so... So you're a serial killer?
I am not. I just run the inn. That's all. If you go to the facility, I know you'd find out who I am. And if you let any of these bloodthirsty maniacs know, they'd kill me. But no, that wouldn't be the end. Every time my new clone would appear, death, torture, pure hell. I'm afraid it's you or me. I'm going to kill you.
Let's talk him down.
I just don't see a way out.
See, we need 6 points.
I don't want to die.
We've got an auto persuade, and I like this option right here.
I mean, no. I guess. Maybe you're right. I'm gonna trust you, okay? Just don't tell anyone. This never happened.
So, well, I think that he could live openly as H.H. Holmes's clone. That's not my decision to make for him, so I will keep it quiet. Our next step is to go to the facility. Let's fast travel to the Razor Leaf.
Now that we are here, what will be our next course of action?
My next course of action is to get a buff going. I get extra experience for what
I'm
we're
all
about to
ears.
do. Clearly, we're about to do some stuff.
Hey, Dad, you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis? Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Good one. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it on.
Come on. There are worlds to conquer.
Or in this
I don't know about
case,
you,
facilities to
Fella
clear
could do
out.
a lot worse in Constellation.
So the facility is almost on the opposite side of the world. I saw some wildlife out here. Base Roach. Probably other stuff. I'm going to leave myself on sneak. Make it easier to pick this stuff off as it pops up. I have to keep reminding myself not to fall into the Fallout habit of loot everything. Although with this update, loot lots of things is viable. So my thing now is find clues about the facility. Previous entry I had. Oops, not that V. Turn on all targets. See how it shows up with a whole bunch of spots. That just confuses me and makes me irritated. So we've got just the one target. For powers, sensor stuff. So this is a hearing animal noises down there. This is a robotic facility that has stopped working properly. Could it be because of all of the insects that have infested it?
Damn it. All systems.
I'm not sure if that stuff is in cover. I think it's in cover.
Did you hear something? Another victory! Well earned.
Discovering Galatea. So this is a spaceship called Galatea. Message from another ship called the Beagle. Somebody agreeing with Genghis that escape is the only option. Okay.
Is that for selling later or personal use?
Somebody reborn, much of a son Kublai. So this is Genghis Khan's diary page from being reborn. Machines tell me I am someone I am not. I will not play by their rules. Okay, so 5 on the outside, 3 in the middle, and 3 on the inside. This one, if it's used here. Three and 3, which means any of these 4s are unused. There. Be there. Got some 1s. Okay, XM-2311. Let's see, it's a pistol. How does it stack up against my existing pistols? Better DPS and better damage, and it's got some rounds. We're going to put this on 3. I'm going to go on 2. I'm going to stay on 1. We had an XM-2311 down here. This one's better. Compressor, red dot sight, large magazine. Why so much? I like double damage. Let's try it out. Really short range.
It seems local fauna has been nesting here.
What do you think? So Genghis has blown something up. So it's probably Genghis's fault that the facility has failed, since he let the bugs in, which have been eating away at the machinery. Yeah, they could have failed before that, too. It'll do it. These are kind of low level, so I don't know how that will fare against higher level stuff. Anonymous last words. Do not trust Bill Hickok. He is not who he seems. Okay. Somebody is lying about their identity, claiming to be Bill Hickok. Well, I think I know who that is.
Do you think they have burrowed into the ground here? Or they originally came up out of it? Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Speaking of useful things, is there anything useful? So I think that the way I've set the options, there's whole categories of aid stuff that I'll never need again. Huzzah. Ada's questions. Who created the facility? Is the mission the real reason it was created? Do we really share the DNA of our namesakes? Are any people watching us? Are the robots as unintelligent as they appear? Are the reborn really what they claim? And so many more. So it looks like the robots have fairly constant contact with the settled systems. Otherwise, why would we have Eggmans and such around? Stack up against the rest of my weapons. Very nice handgun. This is actually my highest DPS weapon overall. And it's suppressed. It's not the highest damage, but it's pretty good. The hard target's still better for sniping. Well, I'm thinking I can blast away at things with this little pistol. Then shift to the other pistols as I run out of ammo.
The spoils of victory, I suppose. They know their messy glory.
I hear noises. Level 85. Yeah, I remember this fight. It is going to be painful.
You cannot beat me.
We just have to get it, come down to where we can poke at it. Other side of that.
Lost them.
It can get through that door, but not the door behind us. Sorry if this is metagaming, but that's the only way to beat this encounter is to metagame it a bit.
Seems we are clear.
That guy right there, he will one-shot you. On the other hand, if it doesn't move out from there, I'm willing to cheese this one. Run! There. Yeah, he literally will one-shot me.
Warning. Facility on lockdown. Security override code required to reboot system.
It is diary. Heart of the facility. And it says choose which society to give facility information. So we have to head back. Attempt manual overrun. Security code required. Okay. So we need to head back. Okay, this has got to be a door that if we had it open earlier would have been a yes. If this door had been open earlier, we could have bypassed all of that, but we wouldn't have found out anything. So choose which society to give information. So this is where we have to commit to who we are siding with. Now, if I was doing it purely pragmatically, I like Franklin's suit, and I like Amon Arenas' dress, and I also like the Mongol horde stuff.
Hello.
So, if I could only loot two of them, I would do the Mongol horde and the dress. So, even that gets us back to the
mission is a
pragmatics.
lie, but we have a chance to build a real life here on Crucible.
It is still hard to accept a stranger in our midst.
Okay, so I could grill him on some things. I could go back on my word. Nope.
This is probably the right choice. These people need time. They are not ready for what awaits them in the settled systems.
Let me see.
I hadn't even considered how Andresia would react to the other two.
You have no idea what a reassurance it is to learn even these hints of our past.
It sounds like the facility is in ruins, but perhaps the restricted section is intact?
Think of the answers it must contain, and perhaps a way to help us become self-sufficient. But there is no security override code here. I would know. Think.
Maybe the Beagle, yeah, the twin ship.
Galathea's sister ship.
He knows of it.
Yeah.
If he's read the materials.
If it can be found. Certainly, they had the capability of going into the heart of the facility.
If anyone can figure a manner of locating the Beagle, it's Ada Lovelace.
I'll radio her and explain the situation. I'm sure she will make every effort to assist.
Okay, talk to Ada.
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all...
I hear you share the secrets of the facility with someone else. Have a care, outsider.
So we did come from a spaceship. Of course we did. And there's another out there? What was the Beagle? Why did she and the Galathea part? But all of that in time. First, we must find her. She's not in this star system. I would have spotted her. I've studied the celestial bodies for years. No trace of a spaceship in orbit here or around the other planets. The radio telescope! It has a default position. It resets every morning. I always wondered, why point at Bell 5? Petty frustration I've dealt with for years. Perhaps the facility looks for her sister. Yes! Yes, it makes sense. I can send you the coordinates. The Bell Star system is not far. The facility communicates via a secure frequency. When you arrive, tune into that.
Okay. Well, before we go, though, she said, like, nobody has been here ever. Now, I remember when we were talking to Genghis Khan, I was looking past him at another building. I'm not seeing any other POIs here, so it could very well be that they've disabled POI generation on this planet, which would be what it should be. Looking for anything on the map that looks like an artificial structure. So what was behind Genghis Khan when we were talking to him? Okay, I've got to chase this down. Where was he? He was... this way.
Do not leave Crucible.
So we jumped up here. with him. Like a house behind him. Could it have just been this? Really, it looked like kind of a built-up area. And it was close, and we are not seeing anything close, so apparently it wasn't a real thing. So we are going to head onward to the Beagle. Sound. It's coming from there, but I can't find anything on the scanner, so. Refresh my recipe experience buff. Head to the
Waiting your orders. I was beginning to wonder if you hibernate.
Oh, I wasn't away that long.
Now, you're not pestering a cat.
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Take your finger off the intercom button, Sam.
You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say...
Enjoyed your stay here. Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
Bell 5. Oh, that's a long way away. So we need to jump to Zosma, Ixel, then Bera, then Bell. We haven't explored.
Let's see what there is to see.
Might as well scan it while we're here. We still need to stop in Era.
Imagine how solemn it must have felt. We're here, Captain.
Wrong place, wrong time. Shit. It's the Mantis!
Damn! Slow down. Go there. Crab drive.
I'd forgotten that being the Mantis gets you out of so much. But that's a spacer scarab.
Yes! Their shields are down.
Can't skip the system with a fried crab drive, huh?
merchant freighters we are not attacking. I am continuing onward to Bell.
Wow, look at that. A whole new set of stars.
And what did we come up with? Not the Beagle, but a navigation beacon. Lasny 1. And again, systems we'd never jumped to. I know these jumps are actually long enough that the Star Turkey probably couldn't have made the jumps.
Driver spinning down. Jump was slow as butter. Enemies -1 grab drive.
Whoops. That was unfortunate. Yeah, accidentally hitting UC SysDef is a reload from an autosave for me.
Driver spinning down. Jump was smooth as butter.
We're gonna get nice and close and be locked in. Boom.
And it's over. Unknown vessel, please respond. Those Crimson Fleet goons never stood a chance. I'm not sure if we would have made it out of there without your help. Any way we can repay you?
Extra repair parts.
Done. We gotta resume our patrol. Stay safe.
And as long as I'm thinking about it, ship cargo hold over full. So what have I got that's massive that I don't care about? Oh, that's right. I've got 50 bottles of Chandra Chardonnay in the hold. Right. Okay, so it's the resources. They're going to be extra. Can jettison this stuff. Oh, good Lord. I might as well just carry all of this on me now. There. Because I can, and I should leave it at my lodge room. So we are headed for Zelazny via here. Nice, it allowed me to pick up the extra ship parts even though I was overfull.
No matter how many times we jump, it never gets old. hot off the stellar slide.
What's this? Beagle. Level 1 ship. I could destroy this without even thinking about it. But that's not what we're here for. Apparently this is a very damaged ship.
Seals, check. Air pressure, check. Ship integrity, check. We're clear.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Find the facility's security override code. Okay. Don't know what kind of security they'll have here.
Warning. My sensors. Suspicious activity. High. Catastrophic damage.
Okay, so we've got a couple more somewhere. I still haven't done any crafting in Starfield yet. Oh, we can't get through here. Yeah, I have to go around. It's probably going to be a lot of places like that.
This heat may not be lethal, but it makes it difficult to think about anything else.
And Teresa, you should be wearing your face suit when we were in bad atmospheres. So there's one behind us. I'm going to want to clear these things out. Us. Above us. On the move. Clearly not through here. Keep wanting to bring up VATS. Playing too much Fallout lately. Okay, I don't know where that thing was. But it's no longer a red pip on my radar.
certainly made sure to bring along plenty of robots.
Level 39. I want to put a point into. I really want to get to where I can fly the Class C ships soon. 2 ships short on piloting. I'm going to hold that point and put it into piloting when I get 2 more ship kills. Okay, so outer ring, that's the only place it can be. Turret controls for turrets I have already
hope
destroyed.
you can do this without locking us out of the system.
Andrasia, you say that after I've finished. You should say that when I open it. Well, we've got entries: Crimson Fleet, Lasny report, final entry, and download the code. Captain Lapido offered them everything we could spare, but no meeting worked. Destroyed them. Beagle was damaged. Lost half the crew. Cannot find something in Zlasny. We're doomed. Didn't even have time to scan the planets here. The engines are dead. Engine had enough. Captain had. Oof. Final entry. We done. Disabling all security. I don't believe that for a minute. Now we need to get out of here. And I thought so. Here come the robots. If it's in front of me, I'll go ahead and shoot it. Otherwise, then ignore it. Okay, you know the drill. Gotta refresh our buff and then get underway. Move my pillow. That'll do.
About time you woke.
Can I have a pet?
We have things to do.
Pet? We live on a starship, Cora. Pets and starships.
Do you need something?
Don't always mix so well.
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Give him an inch. We'll see, Gum-Gum.
Really
Ship's released. Let's go.
train those guys to take their fingers off the intercom button. So we have the code that we need. Head back to get that decoded, and we'll finish this up.
This is intriguing. A rather large amount of security for such a small place.
Help immediately. With Orange to Link.
An emergency. Let's take care of that immediately. Between Andrasia chirping in my ear and the weather made it kind of hard. I'm glad I've got the subtitles turned on.
Oh, thank God you're here. Genghis has issued an ultimatum. He will attack the Pragmatist Society with everything he's got, unless you meet with him. I fear Amanarinas is siding with him too. We are on the brink of war. A war I will not shrink from, not when we are so close to victory.
Oh boy.
Doubtful. Genghis and I have a long history, always at cross purposes. But worryingly, Amanarinas may be with him. It's possible we can convince her to back down.
Okay, well, let's meet with Genghis.
I will send a message. We are meeting under flag of truce, something sacred to us. So, no matter how much he vexes you, keep your gun holstered.
Oh, and you just foreclosed the easiest solution to this. Andrasia would not have liked that solution.
The outsider, Franklin.
Amanarinas, Genghis. I had hoped we would not be meeting like this after so short a respite from war.
You drove us here, Franklin. Did you think we would let the outsider just hand the Pragmatist victory? Stranger, if you do not change your course, there will be none of the Pragmatists alive to help. You want peace? Then let the renegades go free. Roosevelt can do whatever he wants with the others.
This is not what we agreed, Genghis. Only those who have passed the test can leave Crucible.
This is my test. Here and now. And I intend to pass it. In blood, if I have to. If you let us leave Crucible, then the Pragmatists can do whatever they want here. With my blessings.
Under no circumstances can I agree to that. Genghis specifically should never, ever leave this planet.
So there it is. It is spite. That is why the great Franklin Delano Roosevelt drives Crucible to ruin. To deny me my own chance to live in the settled systems.
Your namesake was a plague upon the world. Arguably the greatest butcher in human history. If there was even a fraction of a chance I would be unleashing that upon the stars, I would do anything in my power to stop it.
Franklin, we can handle worse than that.
Genghis, I will never let you, or the others, leave this planet. But perhaps your children, they would be blameless, marry someone, build a life.
You cannot bargain with the point of a sword. Either pledge to let us go now, or there will be battle. I do not fear it.
We are at an impasse. I am sorry. I tried.
Maybe the believers?
Perhaps you are right. Amanarinas, the facility and its test and mission are flawed, broken. We all know it. And if you are allowed to author that test, then you control us all.
So the answer is we are all imprisoned here? You leave us no choice but to join the renegades and end your society.
20 years.
What?
We have to stand on our own 2 feet to earn a chance at freedom. So let the outsider reprogram the facility, and for 20 years we work together to make Crucible truly ours. And after, we institute a test, which we both author with mutual veto power, and any who pass may leave.
Do not let a politician cloud your head with pretty words.
You think I would accept this? We have been going in circles for so long.
We could kill them all, and then we could dictate any terms we like.
I only lead my people to battle when I must. Do you promise, Mr. Roosevelt, a fair test? One that we can pass in our lifetime?
I will not make it easy, but it will be, as you say, fair.
No! Arenas, this is a trick!
Roosevelt has done many things that infuriate me. But his honor, I have never had to question. The believers will not fight. Let the gods decide which of you is right. You are a very odd one. Who knows what the future holds?
You will regret this, Arenas. Mightily. Then we will meet on the field of battle. The heavens will judge who is worthy.
So be it. We have fortified the society, but this will never end until Genghis is dead. He is the linchpin. If you take him out, I know an armistice can be reached.
Okay. Get this over with.
Genghis is formidable. I know I am sending you into harm's way. Please be careful.
Genghis will have retreated back into here.
We're losing! It's bad! Do they have anything of value?
Sorry, clone.
It is over. Why does it always come down to force? I hope your settled systems has truly learned from the past. Clearly, we have not.
Yeah, just as bad. Maybe worse.
Humanity is capable of such wondrous achievement, but our own moral failings dog us at every step. Please, go to the facility and make it so that it will obey my instructions, so we can finally grow as a people.
Okay, back to the facility. But first... that's no good. I think this was the bug where if you get in the ship and back out, they stop being hostile. If not, I will have to reload from earlier save because I don't want everybody to die. Just a 1 hour save that does this. Take
I hope you are sufficiently rested.
Save and reload. I think just a 1 hour save was I needed.
Captain, it is.
Asia kill anyone? I think we're good. There's Ada. I didn't shoot at anyone else on the way out. So Franklin and Amoneratus should still be alive. And
as much as Genghis always pushed for, I truly wish it wasn't.
Okay, all the important people are still alive.
I fear that we will all.
Blood runs in the streets again. I had hoped, however naively, that we were past that. I do not hold you responsible, but your arrival was certainly a lethal catalyst. May I help you? So your mission to the Beagle was a success? Let me see. It is done. There is a standard cipher used by the facility. It took me many years and, well, lifetimes to overcome. And now, the mysteries of the facility await you. I pray you choose what befalls us wisely.
Okay, back to the facility. That was exciting. One small, long-standing bug that they still haven't fixed.
Every world with living things is a treasure.
Oh, it was in cover. So there's the way in that I first used over here, and then we came out over here, and that's where it's showing me the way in here. So we don't have to slog all the way through. Notice we have some waypoints here. Unknown, unknown. Flat, wet spots down here. Silly me thinking there was a way in there. So I don't really know what we're going to get once we present this code. I don't need to stealth until we get down there. Open restricted wing. Security override code accepted. Now we stealth up. Sense stir stuff going. If there's any more bugs.
Working alongside you is never dull.
I don't see any more bugs. think I hear footsteps. Or a machine thumping.
I am unable. Repair not possible.
And that lights up all the bad guys. There are clones. At least that one. Wait until I down. Come on, Mr. Clone. See what goodies we've got in here. More ammo, old Earth hunting rifles. It's good to compare with what I've got. Let's see, 2, 6, 4. So I think that's the only place this can go. These two on the middle ring. This guy is just the same. These two are identical. That's not used. The ring only has 2 spots, so it's gonna need that one. Oops. Undo. Oh, mag shear. Computer. An advanced lock. Outside ring has 5, so it's 3 and a 2. This is going to be only on the inner ring. It could be there or there. That could be there. Boom, so these two are the inner ring. Outer ring. Got it.
Extra security on this terminal. I'm certain you can handle it.
She should be saying that before I start, not after I've succeeded. Yeah, that was to control the turrets that I've already blown away.
Mind yourself on the way down. There may be medical supplies at the bottom, just in case, but better to not need them.
She wasn't kidding on going down. open area with targeting lasers.
Ordnance going out!
Turret's in cover.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Need to draw a little bit more fire.
Grenade in the air! We have incoming! This is for you! Take your best shot.
Turret is definitely where we can't get to. Thank you for drawing the fire, Andresia. Onward, further into the facility. Lots and lots of directional pips. Anybody else gonna move? I can see where you are.
No more signs of trouble.
Grenade out!
Catastrophic damage.
Take your best shot. You can't hope to win.
hunter space helmet. So before we enter the data core,
For you. Take
I'm gonna look around. Let Andresia have some more fun out there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh.
You die today.
Hey, we have some expensive stuff we need to take back to Wolf. Manual reboot. New super admin. And Franklin Delano Roosevelt now has control. I think all we have to do now is do a turn in. Be done with Operation Starseed.
This is intriguing. A rather large amount of security for such a small place.
Is there a facility robot?
No input. Error not possible.
Why is everybody hostile? Damn it. This bug again. Sleep for an hour.
Good. You're awake.
If they're hostile when I come back out.
Sharpen while I wait.
Patience after Okay, settler is not hostile.
More fighting.
Robots are not hostile.
I need to go out there.
Amelia's
Want
okay.
to see it, do everything there is to be done.
Everybody's moving back to their normal positions. Yay!
The blood. Always the blood. The only taste worse than victory is defeat. What was long sought after is upon us. Change. Not all on Crucible will approve of what you have done, but doing what is right is seldom easy or free of difficulty. You have given us all a chance for self-determination. Maybe in time we will be worthy of going to the stars.
Okay, let's Be nice to the man.
For some of us, that will be a rude awakening. You have my enduring thanks. And anytime you need safe harbor, know that Crucible is here for you.
Just that sometimes when you land, everybody will attack. Operation Starseed is complete. I still have the quest to deliver 150 copper to Tobias, which I can bring back at some time in the future.
Do not leave Crucible. Warning delivered.
Yeah. Warn this. Well, from here, I am just going to jump directly to my outpost. I think the next thing I want to do is tinker with my build of the razor leaf.
No indigenous life signs. One less thing to worry about, I suppose.
So there's two builds I want to do on the ships. I'm not quite ready to do them yet. I want to beef the razor leaf up a bit so it's got more going on. Make it a Class B. And the other one thing I want to do is take the turkey, make it into Class C, and get it some turrets. But we can't do that until we've gained a bunch more levels. And I think for now what I'm going to do is go do some paperwork and work out some numbers and figure out if now is the time to actually do the builds, or if I just need to get some more tasks done on my
Hey, Dad?
backlog of tasks to do.
Read to me tonight before bed?
Read to you, sure.